Oh, hi guys, just out, just not long set up, around about 20 minutes ago, and it's just come up to 9:15 down on the River Loddon for an evening session into darkness in hope that I might pick up a barbel. I had one on Friday evening along with a couple of chum, a small barbel, £3.11, which was really, really appreciated. Lovely, perfect fish, you know, love them all, large or small. And yeah, it gave a nice account of itself. Yeah, just trying to see if I can search out some of the bigger fish this evening. Yeah, I'm just using these at the moment. You can't see that well. That's the there we go. That's the West Country Baits Barbel Slick Sense boilie barrels, but they're the hard hookers. Give me a little bit more, as you can probably hear. They are nice and hard baits. Give me a little bit of protection for a few extra minutes against the crayfish. But yeah, it's a lovely evening. Nice bit of cloud cover, but the river's really low. My second actual trip on this particular stretch. A few weeks back I did pick up a £12.5 from this stretch. That was really, you know, great. But you know, as I say, the river's quite low. And could do with a drop of rain, if I'm being honest with you. As I say, I'm just fishing single rod, little West Country Baits, Barbel Slick Sense hard hooker, and a few Barbel Slick Sense boilie barrels just scattered around to draw the fish in. A very light amount of birdseed. Trying not to talk too loud because I'm not fishing that far out. And it's all very well doing a little video blog, but you know, I don't want to increase the chance of blanking or spooking the fish either, and encouraging that scenario to, you know, appear or occur. Yeah, anyway, I'm just going to pan the camera around so you can have a little look at the spot I'm fishing. It's a lovely looking area, isn't it? You've got a nice overhang to the right here. And I'm just fishing right on the edge of that overhang. It's around about, I would say, there's a little depression there, very marginal variance in depth. It's around about 3.5 to 4 foot in depth. You're just on the edge of streamer weed. There's a nice little gravel cover there, nice cover to the right here where this tree is overhanging. And yeah, as I say, single rod out, just on that area. As I say, a nice bit of coverage, nice kind of ambush area, and hopefully as the light dies, well, fingers crossed, we might get a touch from a barbel. It would be very nice, most welcome. As you probably see, I am using a bite alarm. My eyes do get strained when I'm using isotopes, and I do use them quite a bit, as you know from my other videos. But yeah, I am using a bite alarm in this case. Single rod bite alarm, and yeah, hopefully, always hopeful. You've always got to be positive, confident. Now, it's easy, very easy with your fishing, especially on areas of river where lower stock levels of barbel or fish in general. That you don't allow it to affect your confidence when you do blank, and you start questioning your rigs, your baits. It's always good to have a, you know, proactive thought regarding bait and rigs, and always, you know, keep thinking things through, but you shouldn't disappear down a rabbit burrow or into a labyrinth once you do, you know, find that you are blanking or not catching so many fish. It's very easy to go down that route, and I've been guilty of that. I have done in the past. I would say if your bait's worked in the past, and you are confident in your rigs, you know, my rigs are nothing special, but I know that mechanically they are sound and they do work. You know, as I say, if your rigs, you know, you're confident in them, your baits, you're confident in them, don't allow a few blanks to affect your confidence, because it's very easy to allow that to happen, as I say, I have in the past. It's a very nice evening, very mild, nice southwesterly breeze there, and that's a sprinkling of cloud cover. Should make up for the nights that we had recently, which were actually quite cool for the end of July. So just, as I say, single West Country baits, hard hooker, and a little scattering of the Slick Sense boilie barrels. Just a nice little bed out there of birdseed. Time will tell, I guess. But what a beautiful backdrop to be fishing on, isn't it? Very intimate waterway. Very peaceful. Very beautiful. Well, absolutely wonderful take on the West Country Baits Slick Sense Barbel boilie barrels, resulting in this fish. Lovely looking. Mean, I tell you what, took the rod off the front rest. I just grabbed the butt as it sped off. £10 exactly. As I say, it's just on the West Country Baits hard hooker Slick Sense Barbel boilie barrel. Look at that. And that's just wrapped in matching bait. Excellent baits made by Sean Hodges. Thank you, mate. Your bait is really doing the business. Another friend of mine tonight, Mark Woodage, he had his first Loddon barbel of the season. So well done to you too. It's nice to be able to take the pictures of that fish for you. Oh God, this didn't half go some. Wow. Well, a very enjoyable fishing trip. Short video to share with you guys, and it's obviously hard to film at night, but it was a lovely overcast evening, and you know, it's such a stunning setting. And when you pick up fish like that, you know, it just makes the trips even more enjoyable. I always look at fishing trips as it's nice to just be able to get out and fish. If you get a fish on top of that, it's just an added bonus, and that's why it is called fishing and not catching. But yeah, that was just a absolutely thrilling scrap. The rod was doubled over, and it absolutely lifted off the front rest. I actually had to lurch forward from the seat, grab the butt, and more or less hang on. And that was a thrilling scrap. Yeah, a lovely £10 fish. I'll just show you what I was using. That's these, which I did show you a bit earlier in the video, but I didn't use my camera light, so I didn't want to spook the swim. That's the West Country Baits Barbel Slick Sense boilie barrel hard hookers. That's quite a tongue twister, I can assure you. Try saying that a few times. As you can probably tell, they are harder than the standard boilie barrels. And yeah, that's superb and great bait, or variants of a bait that's a bit harder and gives you a bit more crayfish resistance. And I was getting a little bit crayed earlier after Mark packed up and he had his fish. I wound in, checked my bait, and I was just getting crayed slightly. So, you know, they do resist the crays a lot better than the standard boilie barrels. But I was also wrapping the hard hooker just to let off a little bit more of a scent trail, just in the Slick Sense paste. You know, so it flakes off, gives a little bit of flavour into the swim, and you know, fishing a few of the softer baits scattered into the swim, you know, just to draw the fish in. But as always, birdseed, a nice bed of birdseed, and that really does play its part. Carpet of birdseed, nice aniseed aroma, lovely leak off and attractants mixture, not just, you know, like your usual hemp. And it really does, I say this time and time again, really does make a difference and draws the fish in. And yeah, that's about it really. But it was quite interesting because Mark had his £6 fish at just come up for 11. He was due to, you know, be heading off home then, and he said to me, how long are you going to be down for? And I said, well, up to about 2 o'clock. And lo and behold, right on 1:58, absolutely screaming bite, and that £10 fish. So you don't normally have your fish to order. They can be on this particular waterway. They can be quite unsociable with their feeding times. So yeah, both fish coming basically on the button when we was both packing up. So yeah, really superb. Anyway, just thought I'd do this short video, share with you guys the fish, the particular swim that I was fishing and the setting, and the bait I was using. Until next time, I'll catch you in my next video. Tight lines. Bye bye.